about that pop that greets the #1 UFC middleweight contender. He has emerged through the gauntlet at 185 pounds, and tonight, that elusive crack at UFC Gold.
Just getting here is an accomplishment, because the waters are sharp and tested. Every single time you walk into the octagon, you are challenged at the highest level. So to get here is one thing. It's another thing to become the champion. He feels like tonight is his night to complete the journey, to finish writing his story and walking away with a championship belt.
There is a little bit of friction on this matchup, but most people would argue if any athlete is well equipped to bottle that emotion and realize success on a big stage, it is this #1 contender. Those questions give way to answers here. So the latest title defense arrives here and now for the UFC's undisputed middleweight champion. And prevailing wisdom is it's going to take a huge effort out of the challenger tonight to dethrone this dominant king.
Absolutely. You do not beat this guy without being on your A game. And not even just your A game is going to get it done. You have got to overachieve in order to beat this guy. This guy is firmly entrenched as the best in the world. When you look at him, you know he's the best, from the way he carries himself, to the confidence, to the skill set. He's the champ, and he doesn't intend for that to change.
Seemed as though it was maybe a difficult weight cut, or more difficult than once prior, but he didn't want to hear any of that noise in advance of this latest middleweight championship title defense. All right, now our tale of the tape for this middleweight championship fight. All right, now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Middleweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Dricus Du Plessis. And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, the reigning, defending UFC Middleweight Champion, Strickland.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight.
Good.
All right, we get another look tonight at the UFC middleweight contender, Sean Strickland. Gotta love the attitude. I mean, this man has an edge, there's no doubt about it, and not afraid to trash talk a little bit while the fight is going on. But rest assured, he has been a picture of focus this week. He understands the magnitude of this stylistic challenge, and he believes that if he can emerge victorious, he will be next in line for the middleweight title. Strickland gets done there by that stiff jab.
I mean, is this thing on repeat? How many times can you say punch to the head?
There's his jab. All right, so a quiet, pedestrian start to this fight, DC. Maybe too much respect on both sides. What do you see?
Too much respect, and you saw it in the build-up. They were hugging at the weigh-ins. It's almost like we're watching friends. You guys are here to fight. Get going, start to implement the game plan that you worked on over the course of the last 8 weeks of the fight camp.
Oh, beautiful hook there. 2 minutes have expired here in our opening round. Right on the button.
He's got to throw that kick behind those punches.
Let's go, you can do this.
Another good stick to the head. Well, the one thing about throwing jabs is that when you throw a jab, you kind of set your lead leg because you're trying to extend on the jab. If a person has good timing on leg kicks, they will land almost every time. So you got to be careful.
Well, we've been talking about that jab and his perfect utilization of it all night long, and there it is again as he snaps his opponent's head back. You see the numbers bottom of your screen. It has been all about that short, crisp jab here tonight. Back and forth we go. Oh, nice job by him there to slip that off with him. Trying to find a home for that right hand.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Oh, good block there. Under a minute now to go. Single leg takedown. Du Plessis in half guard. All right, working inside the closed guard now. This is no safe place against this opponent.
And there you go, again, half guard.
All right, here, final seconds of round one. Oh, that's how you do it. Postures up and lands to the head. That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
Woo. Nice work. Your cardio is sick. I want you to get back out there and push even harder. You can do this.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays, DC, and if you like the kicking game, that was the round for you.
Yeah, man, he used his kicks beautifully. He managed distance, managed space, and eventually those kicks started to really take an effect on his opponent and slow him down. He has to stay the course next round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
All right, here we go with round two. All right, next round is now underway. DC, any major takeaways after the previous 5 minutes?
That both of these guys are very evenly matched. The matchmakers did a fantastic job when they put these two in the octagon. So even though it wasn't crazy, you got to see high-level mixed martial arts.
Just like that.
Try to establish that jab. He's got that jab working, nicely done.
Oh, back and forth we go.
Oh, how good was that combo? He is really doing that. That's a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Rips the body there. Back to the jab now, no good.
Beautiful jab there by the champ. He's got to be careful dipping his head when he's throwing that jab.
Nice straight punch there.
He just seems much more confident and comfortable on the feet.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut is opened up. That's one of those shots that if you take one of them, it can end the night. That one landed right on the spot. That was a jab.
And just inches away from landing one of those big right hands.
Let him go. Time to let those.
All right, well, good news is he rocked him. Bad news is he wasn't able to finish the job, and now his opponent's back in the fight.
I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often. You got to take full advantage of them when they're presented to you.
Well, this fight's been pretty crazy thus far. Both guys doling out a lot of damage, and neither seems too bothered by it, but clearly both parties are hurt.
Both guys are hurt. Both guys are fighting beautifully. Both are showing a lot of heart right now in this fight. They're both doing amazing jobs. Let's see who gets the job done at the end of this thing.
Missed with that attempt. Man, as he landed a high volume of strikes here in round two, definitely picking up the pace after round one. So he got the message from the corner, and now he is taking control of this second round. All right, well, that blow is buffeting from that cut with each strike landed, and he continues to effectively target that area.
You know, we are talking about a guy with a super high fight IQ. So when you give him that crimson red is nothing more than something that inspires him to continue doing what he's doing. So you have got to change something. You got to get your head moving so you're not taking too much damage to that cut.
All right, so there's the end of the round. You see the blood trickling down as he makes his way back to the stool. Cut on the bridge of the nose, or so it appears from the strike in that round. Cut man getting right to work. All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. We had a knockdown there, but not a knockout.
No, it wasn't a knockout, but you can't take those shots. That big punch landed, and it sat him down. If he gets hit with another one of those, it might be good night, Irene.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. All right, next round is underway, and if you look at these two guys in between rounds, it looks like they've barely broken a sweat. Both with good resting heart rates, stamina still very high, and you just have to laud the efforts of these guys in training. Both men certainly noted cardio specialists. Straight connections right up the gut, DC. He's in a world of trouble now.
They say the straight moves are the ones that get there first, and it got right to the punch.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Oh, beautiful straight right hand. Well, confidence is high. I repeat, confidence is high. And I got to think when you knock a fighter down in the previous round, that's going to think you can do it again.
I mean, confidence is key in anything you do. Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Oh. That one landed clean.
Big right hand.
They're so evenly matched. They're going tit for tat.
Strickland's cut on his nose, manageable for a while, maybe not so much now. That thing is pouring blood. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. And now some separation.
This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He landed a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs.
Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, you can get him out of there.
Well, he's got to hurt. He's got to hurt. He's got to hurt multiple times in one round.
Oh, big shots raining down. Strickland's eye appears to be closing up by the second. Nice strike from bottom position.
Getting them out here. This is where he wants to go.
Oh, man, he's still targeting that cut, and it is getting worse by the minute. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Du Plessis back in half guard.
Now he's going full mount.
Oh, look at that high-level grappling as the fighter reverses position and attains a dominant position.
Big right hook there by the champ.
All right, 3 rounds down, potentially 2 more to go. We are headed to the championship rounds. All right, so the fighters head back to the stools, and hopefully this fight can continue. That is a severe cut. We'll see if the cut man can do some good work here. All right, so as the cut man gets to work, we'll re-rack some replays from the previous round.
Well, he's got some work to do. The cut man's going to have to work a miracle because this guy was on the receiving end of some real damaging shots. And if he doesn't do something different defensively, it's going to get worse. And if it gets worse, the fight may be stopped.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here's round 4, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. Fourth round is underway. What is the fighter's mentality when you enter those seminal championship rounds?
You understand that you are getting close now. The night is almost over.
Back to the feet. Du Plessis' nose is bleeding now. Yes, looks as though he got cut by one of those offerings from his opponent. Right to the target. Let's see if his opponent can survive.
I cannot believe he is still standing after taking that punch.
Lands a jab.
Oh, you got him again.
We might get a stoppage here. Dean steps in.
Holy smokes.
Take a bow, young man. So how about that as he pounds him out for the TKO? Prioritized the finish tonight. Absolutely gets it with style points. A huge, huge result here in this arena tonight.
It's always fun to see an athlete tell you what they're going to do, and then they do it. This guy told us he was going to get a finish, and that's exactly what he did. Him and his team are going to have a fantastic time tonight celebrating. They should all be very proud.
Here now, Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 47 seconds of round number 4. Declaring the winner by TKO and new UFC middleweight champion of the world, Dricus Du Plessis.
All right, well, the next time he fights, it'll be black trunks with gold trim. Congrats to the new UFC middleweight champion of the world.
Championship colors will be worn by this young man the next time he walks into the octagon. He came in there with a game plan, stuck to it, and got the job done. Congrats